Hello students. Today we will take up the fundamental principle of counting in the topic permutations and combinations. Now as you all are aware, suppose you are given a number lock which has a 4-digit number lock. Okay, and suppose you forget the actual order in which, or the actual digits which are used in the number lock to open it, and suppose you just recall that it starts with a number, let's say 3. So in order to find the actual combination which will help you open the number lock, you will have to try out 10 options for the second place, another 10 options for the third place, and yet another 10 options for the fourth place. And so obviously there are so many possible combinations which can be formed using these 4 places, and or which you can fill up these 4 places. Now, and it's a very long and tedious process. The same procedure can be done directly, or you can know the total number of possible arrangements which can be done using in filling up these 3 places, these 3 vacant places, by a principle called as the fundamental principle of counting. Today we are going to do this fundamental principle of counting in detail. Okay, now so before doing this, what we do is, first let's take a very simple example. Now suppose there is a person has 3 pants or trousers, so P1, P2 and P3, and 2 shirts, S1 and S2. Now here we are not putting a restriction on which trouser or which pant goes with which shirt. We simply say that he has 3 trousers or 3 pants available and 2 shirts available. So in how many manners or in how many different ways can he dress up himself? So if we have to find it, what we do is, this is the man which is given to us, and he can choose any of the 3 trousers or 3 pants, P1, P2, P3. After selecting a trouser or a pant, he has 2 options available with every trouser, and he can use either S1 or S2. So in all, the total number of ways in which he can dress up is, now he can have this combination is P1 and S1, or he could get P1 and S2, or he could get P2 S1 or P2 S2, or he could get P1 S1 or P2 S2. So in all there are 6 possible ways of dressing in different manners. Okay, or this could be obtained by, there are 3 different trousers to choose from, and we always combine this and with a multiplication sign. So, and there are 2 shirts to choose them in this particular order. So he first chooses the pants, so 3 options for that, and and it is followed by choosing the shirts from 2 given options available. So 3 into 2, that is 6. Similarly, if there were 3 different kind of things to choose from, let's say that a student has options of 3 bags, 3 school bags. Okay, a particular student, let's say A, has 3 bags to choose from, so B1, B2, B3, and then he has 2 different kind of tiffins which he can use, and then he has, let's say 3 or 2 different kind of bottles to choose from. So what are the various kinds of so he has number of bags available is 3, number of tiffins available is 2, and number of bottles available is 2. So how many different arrangements or sets he can make, that child can make to while going to school? So what we see is, first he can choose the 3 bags, and after choosing the 3 bags he can choose any of the, along with every bag he has a possibility of 2 tiffins. So T1 and T2, similarly T1 and T2, similarly T1 and T2. Now again, with every tiffin, after choosing 1 bag, 1 tiffin, then now he has to choose from the given 2 bottles. So or let's take bottles. So I am writing it as BO1 and BO2, just to distinguish between bag and the bottle. Okay, and then again with this also BO1 and BO2, then with this also he has BO1 and BO2. Similarly with this he has BO1, BO2. Similarly with this he has BO1, BO2, and similarly with this he has BO1 and BO2. So in all, the different kind of sets which can be formed are 3 bags, and means product, then you have followed by 2 tiffins, and again we use multiplication followed by 2 bottles. So in all, the total number of sets which are possible is 3 into 4, which is 12. Same way you can, if you just count, these are 12 sets, B1 T1 BO1, then B1 T1 BO2 in all. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 sets possible. So rather than making a list of all this, directly we can write the number of possible sets which can be formed is 3 into 2 into 2 equal to 12. So now we come back to our original problem. Suppose a person has forgotten the combinations or the arrangement of numbers in the for opening the number lock, and that person remembers only the first number. Then there are 10 ways of choosing or filling up the second place, or choosing a number to fill up the second place. 10 ways of choosing the number of numbers to be filled in third place, and again 10 numbers this. So this is 3, and actually the number of possibility here is 1, because this is fixed. He knows that the number 3 is being filled in here. So in all, the number of possible numbers which he has to try out to open up the number lock is 1. He already knows the first position is filled up by 1. Then 10 possibilities for the second place, 10 possibilities in the third place, and 10 possibilities in the fourth place. So in all, 10 into 10 into 10, that is 1000 possibilities. Rather than making a list of 1000 possible arrangements, you can just directly know that there are 1000 possible unique numbers which can be formed with to set this number lock. Similarly, if even the first number is not known, then the number of possible arrangements would be 10 into 10 into 10 into 10, that is 10,000 possible arrangements or unique arrangements which can be set can be used to set the number lock. Okay, so this process of finding the total number of possible arrangements is called as fundamental principle of counting, and it says that if an event can occur in m different ways, following which another event can occur in n different ways, then the total number of occurrences of the events in the given order is m into n. The same thing can be generalized into for a finite number of events. So for example, if there are 3 events, for 3 events, this principle is as follows, that if an event can occur in m different ways, following which another event can occur in n different ways, following which yet another event can occur in p different ways. So the total number of occurrence of the events in the given order is m into n into p. Now We have to note a very important thing here, that is, whenever in a problem we come across and we make use of addition, that is plus sign. Whereas in a problem, whenever we come across or we make use of sorry, I've made a mistake. This is, here we have multiplication. Whenever we come across and we make use of multiplication, and whereas that is the product sign. Whereas whenever we come across or we make use of addition, that is the plus sign. That is, we have and goes with product or goes with sum. Okay, so this you have to keep in mind to be able to do these questions in an easy manner. So let's take up all the questions. So here in this chapter, I'll be taking up all the solved as well as the unsolved questions so that the concept is absolutely clear to you all. Okay, now let's take up the first example. Example 1, it says that find the number of 4-letter words. 4-letter words which can be made with or without meaning. So here we are not interested in meaningful words. We are simply, basically we are using the letters to, we are just simply trying out the different arrangements possible of that letters. Okay, so find the number of 4-letter words with or without meaning which can be formed out of the letters of the word using the letters of the word rose. Okay, where the repetition, now this is again very important, repetition is not allowed. Means an alphabet or a letter, if it is chosen once or written once, it cannot be used again. So basically here there are 4 places to be filled up with 4 alphabets given to us. Now here, so we usually, whenever we have to fill up, we usually fill up from left to right or from top to bottom unless and until it is specified otherwise. Okay, now so what we do is, so let's fill up the first position. Okay, there are 4 options to fill up because you can choose from any of these 4, R, O, S or E. Now after using one, no matter which alphabet you have used, suppose you have used E, now there are only 3 options left to fill up the second place. After filling up the second place also, now we have used up 2 out of 4, so only 2 are left to fill up the third place, and after filling up this one, only one option is available to fill up the fourth place. So the total number of 4-letter words which can be formed using the letters of the word rose are, now then see, we will be doing multiplication, because see it just follows the language which we use to write or answer a question. So what do? There are 4 options available to fill up the first position, and I'm stressing on the word and, there are 3 options available to fill up the second position, and 2 for the third and 1 for the fourth. So because of the presence of the word and we will be using multiplication. So 4 and that is into 3 and that is product 2 and that is 1. So total number of this is which can be formed is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which gets solved to 12 into 2, that is 24 ways of doing it. Now suppose we suppose repetition, same question but repetition was allowed. Suppose the question was that the repetition is allowed. Then what do we have? There are again 4 places. Okay, so again we fill up from the left to right. Then there are 4 options to fill up the first position. And now irrespective of what we used in the first position, all 4 are again available to fill up the second position. Reason being, repetition is allowed. Similarly, after filling up the first 2 positions, all 4 are available to fill up the third position, and the same manner all 4 are available to fill up the fourth position, and therefore total number of ways possible are equal to 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. Now why into? Again the same way, 4 options available for first, and 4 for the second, and 4 for the third, and 4 for the fourth. So, and I will just quickly repeat it. So the answer comes out to be 4 raised to the power 4, which you can solve, that is 16 into 16, that is 256 possible ways. I'll again repeat. Again I am repeating that whenever we use and, okay, whenever we come across and we use product, that is multiplication. Whenever we come across or we use addition, that or plus, that is addition. This you have to, this is a ground rule which has to be kept in mind to be able to do any of these questions. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Example number 2. It says that given 4 different flags, 4 flags of different colors, how many different signals can be generated if the signal requires the use of 2 flags, one below the other? Now again, as I've already mentioned earlier, when we fill vertically, then we always fill up from top to bottom. Now here 4 different flags F1, F2, F3, F4 are given to us, and a signal is formed using 2 flags. So 2 flags have to be used. So we have to fill up 2 positions, one below the other. Okay, now so we will be filling up from top to bottom. Now very obviously here now you have to read between the lines. It is not clearly given whether it is with repetition or without repetition. That is, it is not clearly mentioned whether repetition is allowed or not. So what we do is, we read the question again. It says a signal is formed using a display of 2 flags. So obviously simultaneous display of 2 flags means repetition not allowed. It is not possible to repeat because you are simultaneously displaying 2 flags. Okay, so the first position can be filled up in 4 ways, and followed by the second position can be filled up in 3 ways. Therefore number of signals possible will be equal to 4 into 3, which is 12. Clearly, because the signal is incomplete without the display of the second one. That's why we say the first position can be filled up in 4 and one flag is already being used, so that can't be repeated. So the remaining 3 are available to fill up the second position. And since we are using the word and in between, so we have the total number of ways possible is 4 into 3, which is 12. Now the next one is example number 3. Now, how many 2-digit even numbers can be formed from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 when digits can be repeated? So, repetition allowed. Okay, now first of all we will take up all various possible cases. Okay, now first of all let's do this question. So 2-digit even numbers, 2-digit even numbers. Now here if you just take it, we have to fill up 2 positions. Now even numbers means ending in an even number. Okay, so that puts a restriction on the units place. So we will first fill up the second position, that is the rightmost position. Okay, now the rightmost position can have 2 options available to fill up the rightmost position, that is 2 or 4. Once that is done, then we fill up, though usually we fill up from left to right, but in this case since it is ending in an even number, so we have to first make sure that the rightmost digit is filled up by an even number. Now the repetition is allowed, so no matter what we have used here, all 5 digits are available to fill up the first position. So you have 5. So total number possible is equal to 5 into 2, which is 10. Now suppose repetition not allowed. So what will we do? There are 2 options available to fill up the rightmost place. Then after filling up the rightmost place, 1 digit is used up. Only 4 are possible to fill up the first because repetition is not allowed. So number possible equal to 4 into 2, which is 8. Now suppose we had to do odd, suppose 2-digit odd numbers. Suppose we were doing 2-digit odd numbers. So we have 2 digits to be filled up and the number of possibilities are 3. So the rightmost place can have 1 or 3 or 5. That is 3 possibilities to fill up the rightmost. Once that is done, if repetition allowed, then no matter what you have filled up this with, all 3 are available to fill up this position, and so you will have and the other 2 even numbers are also possible. So all 5 are possible here. So numbers possible is equal to 5 into 3, which is 15. And suppose repetition is not allowed, then in this case we have 2 digits can be filled up in. Now here 1 or 3 or 5, that is 3 possibilities here, and here after using one of them, 2 of these odd numbers are possible and 2 of the even are still there. So only 4 possibilities over here. So you get numbers possible is equal to 4 into 3, that is 12. Same way you can make 3-digit numbers also. So let's just quickly take one case of 3-digit numbers. 3-digit even numbers. Okay, now with repetition or let me write fully, with repetition means repetition allowed. So what do we have? Here we have 2 or 4, so 2. Repetition is allowed, so all 5 are available for this and all 5 are available for this. So numbers possible equal to 5 into 5 into 2. In case without repetition, then numbers possible would be we have two possibilities here. One is used up, only 4 are available for here. One more is used up, only 3 are available here. So numbers possible would be 4 into 3 into 2. So whatever it comes out, here it is 25 into 2 is 50, and here it comes out to be 6 into 4 is 24. Okay, now here suppose we are finding 3-digit odd numbers. Then 3-digit odd numbers 1 or 3 or 5 with repetition. So what do we have? 3 available here. No matter what you have used, all 5 available here, all 5 available here. Total possible is equal to 5 into 5 into 3, that is 25 into 3, that is 75. Now here we have without repetition. So total numbers possible is, now here all 3 odd numbers are possible here. No matter what you have filled up here, 1 is used up. So only 4 are possible here. Now one more is used up, only 3 are possible here. So we have 4 into 3 into 3, that is 9 into 4, that is 36 possibilities here. So these are the various cases which we will be using to fill up this. Now we come to one more case. Suppose we have also the option of 0. Like the numbers to choose from is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 0 is also there. And we have to find 3-digit even numbers. Okay, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3. They can end in, now even numbers can end in 0, 2 or 4. So 0 or 2 or 4. Okay, now here we have 0 or 2 or 4. So there are 3 possibilities here. Now here, since the numbers cannot start with a 0, okay, so what we do is we will segregate these even numbers into 2 cases. We will not do it like this. Okay, so 3-digit even numbers. Now we will take first case is numbers ending in 0 or. Now here we could have the case of or. Second could be numbers not ending in 0, because 0 is also an even number. So what we do is numbers ending in 0 will have only one option in the last position. Now again, if it is with here let me write repetition as R and no repetition. This is no repetition, so that I don't have to write the complete words. Okay, so when repetition is allowed, then in this case what do we have? This is definitely only one possibility. So here we have one possibility here. Repetition is allowed. So all the numbers, now of course we can't start with 0. So 0 will not be there. But you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options here. But all 6 will be available in this case, because you can have the middle number as 0. So here. So total numbers possible would be 5 into 6 into 1. Okay, now here numbers not ending in 0 would be, you could have either 2 or 4. So 2 options here. Now with repetition, so you have 2 options here. Now repetition is allowed. So what do we have? All 6 are available here, but it can't start with 0, so you have only 5 here. All 6 are available here because the middle number can be this. So repetition allowed, you will have the number of cases possible is 5 into 6 into 2. So you will have 5 into 6 into 1 plus 5 into 6 into 2. Now the very fact this is plus because of the or, because either you can have numbers ending in 0 or you can have numbers not ending in 0, and so the total cases would be 30 plus 30 into 2, which is 60, that is 90 is the answer. Now let's take up repetition not allowed or no repetition. Okay, now again, numbers ending in 0 or numbers not ending in 0. Now numbers ending in 0 will have only one option here. Numbers not ending in 0 will have two options here. Now if repetition is not allowed, okay, so 0 is already gone, all 5 are available here. Now two numbers are gone, one is 0, one is another one. Only 4 options are available here. So 5 into 4 into 1 are the total number of numbers which can be formed. Whereas over here, if I have got 2 options available here, right, out of which we are using one of them. So for this only 5 are available, but one of them is also 0. We can't start a number with 0, so only 4 options available here. Now one number is used up here, one number is used up here. Okay, so out of 6, 2 are gone, only 4 are available here, which includes a 0, because in the middle number we can have a 0. So what we have is 4 into 4 into 2. So the total number of possible cases without repetition when no repetition is there is 5 into 4 into 1 plus, again a plus because of or. You could have a case when numbers are ending in 0, or you could have a case when numbers are not ending in 0. That is 4 into 4 into 2, which amounts to, this is 20 plus this is 16 into 2 is 32, which is 52 is the answer. Same way you can have 3-digit odd numbers. Okay, now here we don't have to split it into two parts like numbers ending in 0 and not ending in 0, because numbers ending in 0 are even numbers, they are not odd numbers. So we have only one case, two cases, repetition allowed or not allowed. Okay, so we have repetition allowed, or the other case would be no repetition allowed. Okay, so here what do we have? When repetition is allowed, the possibilities of the number can end in 1 or 3 or 5. Okay, so we have here 1 or 3 or 5. So total number of options available would be 3. Now since the repetition is allowed, all these are allowed to fill up the first place, but of course 0 cannot be there. So instead of 6 we will have 5 options. Now all 6 are available in the middle place, and so total numbers possible is 5 into 6 into 3, which is 30 into 3, which is 90. Now here what we have is repetition is not allowed, so 1 or 3 or 5. So 3 options available here, out of which 1 is being used up here. Now this position, this one cannot be used, so 5 are available, but out of those 5, 1 is a 0, which is not allowed, so 4 are available here. Now 2 of the numbers have been used up, remaining 4 are available here, and so we can have 4 into 4 into 3, that is again. Now what do we have? The number of possibilities would be 16 into 3, which is 48 is a total number of possible 3-digit odd numbers. So these are the various kinds of questions which can be asked and which can be easily solved using the fundamental theorem of counting, and using this you can easily solve exercise 7.1. Okay, thank you.